everybody. How are you? Hope you're having a good one. So, as you can see, I have the Queen here with me. Hey, Bogger. And you, baby. The Queen decided to hop up here and hang out for a minute. And I'm about to do a react to Chantal because she was just live today. Are we doing something? Oh, here we go. We're doing the cradle thing. You being a baby. So, where your toe is stuck. There we go. That's better. So Chantal was live earlier, and I was halfway listening to it. I had just finished up with the react that I did to Sunburst Tarot, and I saw that Chantal was live and just tuned in, and she was in a mood. And I'm like, what in the world set her off this time? So here's some little bits that I know about the live. Like she, for some reason, is mad at Yo Mama. She has something to say about what's going on with the locale universe, locale live, locale queens, uh, calling out some kind of hypocrisy. She is swearing that she would rather be homeless than get a place to live. She's like, I can live on the street. You know, if that's what Foodie wants to do, if she wants to be homeless, then that is completely by choice. Although there are other choices, there are other options. But if she's so stupid that she would rather go to the street rather than stay at an extended stay motel, which she could easily do, if she wants to act that way out of spite, there's nothing that anyone can do to stop her. I just think it's dumb. She swears that she's going to be homeless and live out of a car. And Foodie, let me tell you something. I happen to live in Albuquerque. There's a section of town here called the War Zone. You can look it up if you guys want, but it's not the best area of town. All right, there's some sections are worse than others. It's not that bad though. I mean, compared to Long Beach, I used to live in Long Beach, California. Compared to Long Beach, it's not that bad. But there are lots of homeless people here. And if you asked any one of them, is living on the street easy? I'm sure they would say no, especially if you're a woman. You got to be very, very careful. I mean, so Chantal, you as a single woman that you don't know how to defend yourself, you have nothing to defend yourself with, you're going to live on the street? That's the thing you want to do? As I guarantee you, other people that are homeless right now would say it's not an easy life. It is not a picnic. You have to worry about every little thing about your world, about how to keep yourself clean, how to eat, where you're going to get water, staying out of the elements. Like right now, we're getting into winter, and it's getting cold outside. So if you're someone you've never been homeless, you're going to start being homeless in the dead of winter when you've had no time to prepare. I mean, just nothing that she's saying makes sense. So we're going to get into it. Like, just booger. Like, what do you want to? Oh, all right. There we go. That's fine. I got to do the Twitter peeps anyway. So you just stay right there. Here, lay down. Lay down. Come on. All right. So, sorry, the Queen is making her appearance, and it's a baby. She wants to be up here. So how about we just do this while the Queen is here? How about we get into the Twitter peeps? All right, I got one leg crossed over the other, and that's what Booger likes me to do, so she can curl up on my lap. Lay down. Here we go. Good girl. You're a good girl. You're a good little baby. Good little baby. All right, so we've got a few Twitter peeps to go over. Nothing fancy schmancy, just some stuff before we get into Chantal's stream. So let me just go ahead and switch on over to that. All right. So for those of you that are on Twitter, that you'd like to follow me on Twitter, there's my handle, Well Girl Sarah. And for those of you that are not on Twitter, that's why I do the peeps, so you guys can keep up with all the stuff without actually having to be on the app. So something slightly fun from Nature is Amazing: The Power of a Rhino Against a Cape Buffalo. Without even seeing the end of this video clip, I already knew who was going to win. I knew it was going to be the rhino, because look at that rhino. The rhino is a unit. The rhino is a tank. Like, I play video games, and it's like, let's see. If I had to compare these two creatures to things in video games, the Cape Buffalo would be DPS, damage per second, and the rhino is a tank. The rhino is built for defense, okay? Extra thick armor, perfect for PvP. The Cape Buffalo does have some horns, so, the horns give a little bit of damage, but not as much body mass and not as much thick armor. So, of course, the rhino is going to win in this fight.
Nikita, are you looking for me?
So as you can see, like here the Cape Buffalo is giving it its all, and the rhino's like, yeah, I'm gonna let you think you have a chance here. Give it your best shot, tickle my funny bone, but look, I'm gonna show you just how stupid you are. Cape Buffalo says, I'm good. I'm done. The fight's over. All right. So moving on to We Don't Deserve Cats. Bro is a family man. Aw. So you got mom with the babies, and then you've got dad curling up to mother and loving on her. What a bunch of floofs. I love that. They're all so floofy, it's hard to know like where one begins and the other one ends. But she's taking care of the family and he's taking care of her. That's sweet. Aw. Cats give strength to continue, says she only sleeps on daddy's arm. Now that's a daddy's girl right there. Like, you've been claimed, sir. Do not resist. Do not put up a fight. It's all in vain. You have been claimed. I know that look. I know it well. There's no getting away. Resistance is futile. She's now bonded to you. Just get over it. Take her in. All right. Sassy Cat says, now Foodie Beauty isn't saying for certain they will get divorced. They might stay married on paper in order to communicate. You really don't need a piece of paper to communicate with somebody. There's a little invention called a telephone that you can use to communicate with someone. You don't need a marriage certificate or some other kind of certificate to communicate. You can send an email. You can call on the phone. You can send a fax. You can send a text. There's other ways to communicate. Uh-oh. Cats that make you go something. Says, my boyfriend came over to see my new kittens and this happened. Well, he's been claimed too. Look at that look. You've been claimed, sir. You might as well, that's your kitten. I hope you know that. That one belongs to you. That baby said, you're my dad now. Look at that look. Oh, you adorable thing, you. Hey Girl Hayes and Kristen says, when will Chantal learn that coming online in a crappy mood is just giving a gift to everyone who doesn't like her? She might as well just cash out directors directly. Yeah, you're not wrong, Kristen. When she comes online in a crappy mood, and especially when she does the dirty delete, that's just free real estate for us. She's the gift that keeps on giving. But when she does a dirty delete, it's just free real estate that she's not going to benefit off of at all. So thanks, Chantal. Thanks for the free real estate. Uh-oh. Cats give strength to continue, says this cameraman was filming kittens unaware that one was about to choose him. Yep, you cat distribution system at work. Look, little guy's like, yep, I'm sleeping on your blanket. You're taking me home, right? Of course you are. There it goes, crawling up into the hoodie or the jacket. Yep, you're going home. You're going home with your fella. Queen Jellybean says Foodie Beauty testing out her VIB idiots are going to react to the news they were scammed again. Quote, so I don't know what I'm going to do at the end of October. If I don't get approved for an apartment, maybe I'll just stay here. I don't know. Well, I guess if Salah wants to let her stay there and allows her to stay there, she's going to stay there. But if she's trying to act like apartments are her only option, they're not. And she knows they're not. Too many people have made many different suggestions in her chat. She just doesn't like the suggestions because she wants to come home in grand style, but she doesn't have the income to come home in grand style, nor does anybody around her that she's asking money from. Like, they're all tapped out of money. They can't just roll out the red carpet for Foodie so she can come home and live in grand style all over again. She gave up her life in Canada 3 years ago, and now she's having to deal with the consequences. Oh, this is cute from We Don't Deserve Cats. Enough to make a man's day. So this window cleaner is playing with this cat. They're playing the chase game. How cool. He's just washing the window, but the cat's like, let me play with you. Sassy Cat says, not sure why Foodie Beauty is shaking her head about when she is leaving, since she has changed her mind about 53 times in the last 3 weeks. So here's the comment from Chantal saying, I am leaving the end of October. Girl, you keep changing your mind. First you're saying the end of October, then before you said November. So like, which is it? Honestly, I don't care. You want to stay in Syria? Stay in Syria. You want to go home to Canada? Go home to Canada. I'm going to be straight up honest with you, Chantal. I really don't have much hope that when you get back to Canada, that there's going to be any kind of exciting content. I know that the VIBs, they're expecting great content because you are telling them if they invest in you, you'll give them great content. Although you being a content creator, you should not be putting your subscribers in the position where they have to pay for great content. You as a content creator should just be giving them great content because everybody else does. Why don't you? Why are you holding great content hostage when everybody else does it for free? It's not enough that the VIBs pay for your entire life and have been paying for your entire life for the last 10 years. You're going to say, oh, you guys want to be entertained? Well, you got to pay me to go home. And then maybe there's a chance there might be some great content, but it's just a chance. It's not a guarantee, VIBs. Understand that. But you keep changing your mind on the date. And it's like, you want to go ahead and go home. If not, stay there. It's your income. It's your life. Do what you want. Sophia Pine says, it's so funny to listen to the behemoth Foodie Beauty being upset about people she calls white supremacists in the locale live show that she used to love and even audition for. Listen, cutie, first take a look at your chat and the kind of people in it before criticizing others. Yeah. So like I said, like she's upset with Yo Mama. And I haven't listened to the whole stream, so I'm not exactly sure why, what set it off, why she's all of a sudden mad at him. Like the first thing that came to my mind when I heard that she was upset with Locale Live is, you're kind of telling on yourself, Foodie. There you are confessing to watching Locale Live. You're over there telling the VIBs, I can't find a place to live. Well, if you're on your phone all day and you're not spending all of your time looking for a place, of course, you're not going to find one. But you're telling on yourself. You're saying, this is how I spend my time. I'm over here watching Locale Live, Locale Queens, spending hours watching stuff on YouTube versus going online and seeing what I can find as a place to live. Telling on yourself. That's what I love about you. You lie, but you also tell on yourself, and you just told on yourself saying that. All right, Kelly says, I'm just going to leave these here. So this is proof that she was using filters. Look how long this shopping cart is. Eesh. And look at this shopping cart. That's a lengthening filter at work. Oh boy, Foodie. Are you serious? Live Foodie Beauty, even your face is a lie. So this picture on the left is Foodie slightly without the filters. Slightly. It's the filters turned down a bit. The picture on the right is when the filters turned all the way up. She got all the filters working. She's got the green eye filter, like the contour filter, the skin smoothing filter. She got a filter to shorten her nose. She got another filter to make her eyes bigger, her lips bigger. She got all the filters working. She'd be giving them a raise. They work so hard. Enigma 2025 says, did she expose herself again on purpose? She would always do this before slipping up and saying, oops. So apparently, Foodie exposed herself just a little bit, not her private parts, not that. But the fact that she did not have her hijab on. So there was like some kind of grainy, dark moment going on here. Let's see. It's so blurry, man. I can't even tell. Like somebody needs to go in with Photoshop and throw it up on Twitter.
Chakudi, Chantal, small contribution. Some people are crazy nowadays. A day's bulky talking. Sit, be calm, common, be COS.
Yeah, there was a lot of buffering in her live. Sorry about that.
Chakudi, Chantal, small contribution. Some people are.
You know what? We're done here. But yeah, there was like three or four frames when she turned on her camera and she turned it back off. I'm actually surprised that the live is still up. If that happened, or I don't know. Maybe she wanted it to happen. Maybe she didn't realize that people saw something. All right. Enigma 2025 says she has said many racist things over the years and still has. It Kuwait at Salah's friends. Allah stereotyping his wife, saying he had black men there for her, suggesting certain activities. The three little black boys comment too. Yeah, I remember her saying that. Like Chantal has said many racist things. I mean, she said some things against Charlie Gold, calling her Charlie Cole. And then she tried to over explain it and say like, oh, like coal is less valuable than gold. And then she and Pete's did like a mukbang. And what did they eat during the mukbang while they were apologizing? Watermelon and chicken. Popeye's chicken. You know, she's foul, is Chantal. She's foul. So, like, why does this matter? Because Chantal's going after people on Locale Live and accusing them of racism when she herself has been guilty of racism multiple times.
Like, and people comparing what I said to Charlie Gold like 6 years ago. Her name is Gold, so coal rhymes with gold, and it's also an element. I didn't even think of her color. Comparing it to this white supremacist lover, the white supremacist said things like white is right, and worse things, said the N word with the hard R. You've never heard me say the N word, not once. Not once. So that's pretty sad that people even come in here and get on that bullshit.
You know what, Chantal? Boy, you're so gaslighting your VIBs. Like this live stream, was it not your idea? It was your idea. You are the creator. You decided to just go on live stream and rant about Locale Live when nobody asked you to. You're not being paid to. You decided to go off on a tangent about Locale Live. Nobody asked for your opinion about that. It's not like you're a regular reactor of that channel. I don't know what you're trying to do. Are you trying to kick up the dust and get some drama going because you don't know what else to talk about while you're in Syria and you're going to be there for at least another 3 weeks? So you're just trying to kick up the dust and trying to find anything to talk about. Is that what you're trying to do? You're just trying to pick fights with people? Involve yourself in things? Are you mad because Keemstar didn't hire you to be on panel? I mean, you were in his chat for weeks and they brought you up on panel and you made a complete fool of yourself. And I think the only reason why Keem did not hire you is because you were on your live later talking about wanting to dox someone. You know, that was enough for him. He didn't want any legal liabilities. I'm not a fan of Keemstar, but you know, he's got to think about his company and having somebody in it that's all about that life of doxing people. So you kind of messed yourself up. I'm still sitting here and I'm like, what set you off today with Locale Live? Enough that you would make a live stream. Like, are you? I think you're trolling. I really do. Something's wrong with you. Kristen says, I'm not letting any rude people bees, any annoying people bees. You can all like F off. Seriously, I'm just like just over it. Like, it's not fun. I'm 41. It's like, I'm just like too mature for this crap at this point. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Chantal, you sound like a broken record. Can I tell you one of my pet peeves? I have a pet peeve. When I hear little segments in speech repeated over and over, it's not like a broken record to me. It grates on my nerve. And with you, it's like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You know, nails on a chalkboard for me. It's like the brain goes to a certain point and then it skips, and then gets to a certain point and then it skips. Scratch. It's a scratch in the record. You know. It's like you're looking for confirmation that someone understands you when no one understands you. It's weird. Okay. Now, this is funny. Beauty of Nature says, that's me when I'm bored. Alrighty then. All right. And I think that's it for the Twitter stuff. So let's get on with the live stream. Like I said, I haven't watched all of this. I don't know why she's mad. I know she was being mean to people. That's all she knows how to do is be mean to people lately. So I don't know what triggered this rage. It might be fake. I'm not exactly sure. We'll get into it and I'll figure it out. So I hope you guys enjoy this react. So let's go, y'all.
Marie-Philippe. Marie-Philippe. Hey, Carefree. Odell, Jacqueline, Jacques. Guten Morgen. YouTube lover. Harley Quinn. Chili Tea. Noodle Squishy. Brooke. Thanks, Strawberries. Nice, Megan. Good luck on your essay. I always found those to be dreadful, but I hope you enjoy it. Glitter Queen. I look skinny. It's 100 filters.
Yep, it sure is. She's not lying about that. It's 100 filters to make her look like that.
Edgar, Cloudy, Carla. What's the 411? Nick.
By the way, Chantal, you've always had a lot to say about the reactors and how we look. Girl, you won't even turn on your camera anymore. How many times have we heard you say cam up, cam up, cam up? Girl, you need to start camming up. You're over there expecting people to give you money, but you can't be bothered to turn on your stupid camera.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm in better mood today. Swag Daddy, so don't mess it up, people. I'm just joking.
No, you're not. I'm in a good mood today, but don't test me.
Hey, Kiki. A Pier. Oh, I'll get to that, YouTube lover.
Yeah, get to it right away. Don't make people wait.
Nancy. While I love her, Harley Quinn, it's not a worry. Nina. Oh boy. Katie. Yeah. Has anyone ever eaten this? Hey, Star. You have a block of cheese.
Chantal, nobody's tuning in to hear you talk about a block of cheese. Look, you made this clickbait title, The Hippo-Crisy, like you're mad about something. And you're going to start out the live stream talking about a block of cheese. Ain't nobody tuning in for that block of cheese. Nobody cares. Just get to the point.
Okay, I have a block of mozzarella.
No one cares. Let's move on from the cheese. The cheese is irrelevant.
Is it buffering now?
Yeah, because even the internet is tired of you talking about cheese. Move it along.
Okay. Hold on a second. It's different. So
Nut O Squishy says, have you found a new place yet? Nope, and she's not looking. She's not looking. She doesn't want to look. And she keeps flipping around the date of when exactly she's leaving. 1 minute it's I'm moving at the end of October. The next it's I'm leaving in November. She just keeps pushing back the date. Pushing it back and pushing it back. And she does not want to leave Syria. She doesn't want to pay rent in Canada. She doesn't want to be signing on to a lease where it's just her name and she is solely responsible. She wants someone else's name to be on the lease where if something happens or if she F's off on the rent, somebody else's credit gets affected. So she's going to stay in Syria.
I'm not upset, but I have something to say. I was bored and had nothing else to do. Teardrop, Halloween spirit.
Okay. I was bored and I had nothing else to do. Really? So you're over there telling people that you spend so much time looking for a place to live. So many places and they're all turning you down. And if the clock is ticking about when allegedly you're leaving Syria, you ain't got time to be bored and have nothing to do. You should be spending every waking moment that you have looking for a place. And can I just put this on the table, please? Chantal is a night owl, okay? It is what it is. She's always been a night owl. She stays up till wee hours in the morning and then she sleeps all day. That's just her day. So when exactly does she look for a place to stay if she's not even up during the day to look? And if she's spending her nighttime hours watching Locale Live or Locale Queens or just looking at stuff on YouTube, she's not devoting that much time to looking for a place to live. I mean, I sat there with you guys and I just did like a 2-minute search. Found Chantal a place she could stay for at least a month. 2 minutes. Yet Chantal swears she's been looking for a while. She can't find a place she likes, so she can't go home. All right.
Bees. Yeah, hardly. I don't know what I'm going to do. I might have to be homeless. I'm not even kidding. Hey, Carrie. I'm leaving at the... No.
You know what Harley Quinn says? Dang, the apartment hunting has me stressed. Here's the situation, Harley. She's not really apartment hunting. What she wants is for someone to gift her an apartment, gift her a place to live, make it expense free, nothing out of her pocket. That's why she's not hunting. She expects everybody else to do the hunting and the working and the giving. She wants to get off the plane and someone just hand her the keys to an apartment, and that's not how it works. And no one is going to be stupid enough to co-sign on an apartment for her. So she's acting like a petulant little girl and saying, well, because nobody's going to be stupid enough to co-sign on an apartment and put their name on the lease, then I don't want to go. She's not apartment hunting. She wants someone to gift her a place to live. And nobody can, nobody will.
Shake my head. Just so people know, okay? I don't mean to be sassy. Hey, Cindy Sparkles. But I get asked this every minute of every day, okay? So when I'm online. I don't know. Maybe a lot of you are not going to be familiar. I don't know if you're familiar with the Locale.
Okay, what is the goal that she created? What the F? 10 yellow super chats for Canada Bees. So yellow super chats are like $10. So $50. That's all that's standing between you and Canada is $50. Chantal. Really? Even despite the fact that your beezers have already given you so much money, you're saying, give me more. You're just going to stay in Syria as long as people keep giving you money. Hey, beezers, you want her to go home? Stop giving her freaking money. When she figures out that she can't get another dime, dollar, nickel, or penny out of you, then she might leave.
Universe. I have a goal also, if you would like to help me achieve.
And you know what? Listen, she just said in a message, where is that message, please? We need to bring it back up. We need to bring it back up. Where is it? Okay, this is her message. I am leaving at the end of October. Allegedly. That's the promise that she's making. Leaving at the end of October. And yet, she's not saying where she's going, is she? She's not outlining a definite plan of where she's going to be ending when she gets off that plane. She's not saying, hey, I'm going to be leaving at the end of October, and the plan is that I'm going to go stay at a motel. I've already got one picked out. The monthly stay totals this much. Like it's a definite thing. So the end of October is, let's see. It's not that far away. We got maybe 3 weeks left. So there's still quite a bit of time right now. So why should people give their money now? You give someone like Chantal money way in advance, all she'll do is spend it on food. Her addictions come first. You think that money's going to sit in her pocket? You think she's going to be wise with money? Those of you that are in her chat, have you ever seen her be wise with money? Have you ever seen any kind of situation where she actually saved her money and did with it what she needed to? No. She says she's very impulsive. Like the money goes for things like what she wants versus what she needs. So is giving her money this early really a good idea? She's just looking at it as extra play money. That's all.
Rent a room. I honestly would rather be free. I would rather lease a car and live out of it. It's cheaper than rent.
Do you have the money to lease a car? And you can't keep the car forever. You can't just lease a car and have it for like endless amounts of time. You got to give it back after a certain point, right? So that wouldn't even make sense to lease a car and live out of it.
I will seriously, I would rather do that and be free to drive around than be stuck in a room. I can't do it. I'm sorry, guys. I know I sound entitled.
You are sounding entitled.
Hey, Barb Leanne.
And you know what? Anybody over on Chantal's side of the fence, if you are getting stressed out thinking, oh my God, Foodie Beauty's going to be homeless, let me remind you, if she decides she wants to be homeless, that is completely by choice. This is not a situation of a person that has no options on the table. They had no way to get into, say, an apartment or a room or an extended stay. She's got options on the table. It's just that her ego and her pride and her vanity won't let her do any of them. But if she's a grown freaking woman, and if she wants to be on the street, let her be on the street. I guarantee you she won't like it. And that will be short-lived, especially in the dead of winter in Canada. She's trying to act all tough and independent, like, well, I'll just be homeless. Chantal, you've never been homeless. You don't know what that's like. It is a tough life. And you happen to live in Canada where it gets very, very, very cold. There's tons of snow on the ground. It gets like 20-something degrees outside. And you're going to be alone. Is that safe to be alone? Is it safe to be out there in the elements? I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But, it would not work with you. So drop the act of being all tough, because you're not tough. You're as soft as a marshmallow. You don't know how to deal with that life.
Hey, Missy Med. You will regret that. I don't know, man. I'd rather be free. Listen, I spent 2 years of my life sleeping upright.
Well, she's kind of telling on herself again. She is. You want to know how? She is basically saying that because she is a person of a bigger size, that she has to sleep upright because she can't lay down. Like Chantal would not be able to sleep on her back. The weight of her stomach would just she wouldn't be able to catch her breath. So she sleeps sitting up so she can breathe.
It wouldn't be any different. Took me forever to find an apartment. I didn't have a job at the time. Oh, yeah. Oh, good, Kate. It'll just take time. Yes, that's the thing. Hey, Missy Med. Van life. Oh, yeah. Maybe I could, like, lease a van. Okay, so I was just curious. I hadn't checked in a long time. Hey, Zach. I hadn't checked into the Lolcow universe in a long time. Well, come to...
She's a liar. Her and Amberlynn Reed, they watch that show frequently.
Find that they have like a million shows, and Becky is no longer on Lolcow Queens. Instead, they have some, like a friggin' white supremacist, and was well. If you hang out with a white supremacist, I'm sorry, but you're of the like kind. And not only that, okay, she was on a panel. This woman was on a panel. She got all drunk.
Twinkie says, you can't live in a van as a 40 plus and obese. Saying this with peace and love, Chantal. Like, just van life is hard. Being homeless is hard. Chantal does not know how to deal with hard. Anything that makes her uncomfortable, even a little bit, she wants nothing to do with it. So since she can't deal with being uncomfortable, and she's certainly not independent, and she's very much codependent, how could she do van life? How? She doesn't have a survival bone in her body.
And went on a panel with a white supremacist who started saying really racist things. Okay. Okay, hold on, guys. I'm gonna move rooms because I'm not close to the router. I need to be like right beside it, hugging it. Okay. So let me just come here and then say 1 2 1 2.
You know what this is giving me? This is giving me, I needed something to talk about. I need a topic of conversation. So I'm just going to go to somebody else's channel and I see something, and that's going to be my topic of conversation so I can go online and make some Google AdSense money. That's the vibe I'm getting right now. Ugh.
So my question is he going to quit now that they have, like, they're literally just completely brushing under the carpet the fact that there's a white supremacist lover on the show? Like, I just find that so, I don't know if you guys are like, maybe many of you don't know it, I guess, but well, what do you want me to talk about, Agathon?
Uh-oh, here we go. Like, this is when she starts getting mean with people.
Like, I've already talked about my issues. I need to find an apartment next. Yeah, I know. Harley Quinn. I'm a freak. If your mama's watching this, my question to you is, are you going to quit the show, or are you going to support a show that supports racism? I don't know. They should, Monica, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a new development. The fact that now she's going after Yo Mama. Look, I'm not a fan of Yo Mama. I don't watch him. And anybody on my channel that watches him, like, feel free to watch whatever you want to watch. I'm not a fan. He gets on my last nerve. But now she's going after Yo Mama. When before she was propping him up and encouraging people to watch him and saying that he was the only person that she watched. So I'm wondering, like, what happened? Maybe something behind the scenes that caused this flip in attitude.
Okay, why are people getting indignant about my streams, Agathon? So then everyone should mind their business. If it's on the internet, we have a right to an opinion about it, right? There you go. So, yeah, can it? Yeah, right. You won't know.
You know, I'm just going to take a guess in the dark. A little bit of what might be going on here. You know what I think, Chantal? I think there might be a chance that right now you're not doing so good as far as making money. Like, I'm sure you've gone to everybody you know, family included, asking for money, asking for help, but you keep running into the same wall. The wall of, I'm sorry, Chantal, I can't help you. I don't have the money to help you. And you're mad because you're going to everybody you know and they're not able to help you. And once upon a time, you wanted to be hired by Keemstar. Maybe because your mama has been hired by Keemstar, you're mad that maybe he's on the show and you're not. Like, somebody around you is making money and you're not making money.
You won't know what I'm talking about if you've never watched these things. I'm just curious. I'm not calling him out. I'm just wondering, like, honestly, that would probably make him the biggest sellout on YouTube. One of them. Like, desperate for a show. So you go and kiss the ass of Keemstar, who has said the N-word repeatedly in the past. And not only that,
Chantal, it's common knowledge that your mama was on your payroll. Okay? So maybe you're in a position where you don't have the money to pay people. And he went over and started working for Keemstar and he's making his steady pay, and you know, like, you lost him. Are you salty about that? You've lost his support?
like, okay, that was a long time ago. People change, whatever. But now they're allowing, they think it's funny that this host, this trashy piece of crap host, oh yeah, I'm a racist, hungry hippo. Yeah, get the fuck out of here. I'm a racist, sure.
You
Yeah.
are. You are. You are racist, Chantal. It wasn't like you did one thing one time and it was an oops or something. Or maybe it was something taken the wrong way. There's been many incidents. And can we also mention how you did the Nazi salute on camera and you knew exactly what you were doing? And this happened during the, you know, Kraken Olympics era. You actually did the Nazi salute, ma'am.
Okay. Literally went on a panel and, like, shot the shit with, like, a white supremacist person. And she can't, like, someone is not just a white supremacist overnight. Like, this person knew the person, you know what I mean? Thanks, Lori.
Yeah, well, I've heard things about your family, Chantal. I've heard that your grandpa in Florida is a bit of a racist. And considering how you've done some racist behavior, I guess the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, does it?
Yeah. So, I don't know. I think it's a bunch of bullshit.
Now, I want to address this comment. Christina from Flint says, you can tell by her exes, a Black African and a Syrian Muslim, that Chantal is the biggest racist. You know, you cannot say oh, this person's dated someone who is a black man or a Syrian man. Because they've done that, they can't possibly be racist. It is possible to date or be involved with somebody from a different culture, or that they can still be racist. It is possible, and it is possible with Chantal.
I hadn't checked around for a while, and then to see that, I'm like, wow, things had really changed. Yeah, for a black person, would you want to stay on a show of somebody?
So, but can I ask you something, Chantal? Are you doing this because Yo Mama is over with Keemstar and his crew getting paid, and you're just you being the insecure, controlling, narcissistic, manipulating puppet master that you are? You're trying to apply some pressure, perhaps on Yo Mama, to get him away from Keemstar, to come back and start talking about you. I mean, is that the motivation? Like, you're just trying to gather soldiers into your own private army because you might be coming back to Canada and you're looking for people to be on your side, and there's nobody on your side right now? Just asking.
Who rehired somebody hanging out with a white supremacist? Like, it's just weird to me. Like, I don't know. Hey, Ray. And at the end of the day, like, he sits on the show, on the panel, and condemns it, but then you still are on the show. Like, if you really condemn it, you wouldn't be on the show. Period. So he's just all about the clout and content, in my opinion. So money talks. Yeah, well.
And Chantal, how many things have you done for clout? How much scrolling have you done on TikTok, looking for the latest trends, trying to ride the back of trends for clout? You hopped on the back of the mukbang trend for clout, for money. Stayed on it for years. Anything else that comes along that's hot and trendy and popular, again, you're chasing it for clout and for money. So the hypocrisy of you calling out somebody else, oh, they're just doing it for clout and for money, when that's all you do.
Nancy, do you see a pinned comment above, or don't know? That's when I'm coming back. That's why I pinned it. I haven't watched Your Mom in well over a year. Yeah, Christina, like, I don't know. I just,
You know what, Chantal? Stay over in Syria till November. Go ahead. I mean, I don't honestly don't care. I have no hope for you that you're going to come back to Canada and hit the ground running, going balls to the wall, game busters, bananas, ripping off the abaya and the hijab, and showing us the old classic vintage foodie that we know so well. I'm not holding my breath for that. I'm really not. You're keeping everybody waiting. So many people want to see that, but I have my doubts that we'll ever see her again. I think you've changed in the time that you've been in Kuwait and now in Syria. I think you can't go balls to the wall. I don't think you have the energy and the stamina for that life that you used to have. Like, you can't be streaming like 8 to 12 hours a day. Ain't no way. You're too easily tired. You're just going to sit in a room and eat a bunch of food, and maybe you might rage here and there, and that will be pretty much it. It's not going to be the exciting roller coaster ride that people think it is. I mean, I could be wrong. I could be completely dead wrong. And if I am, okay, I'm wrong. I'm just basing my opinion on what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing from you right now.
Yeah. Yep. Right, right. You know what else I'm really, really, really sick of? And I like really want to block people like this. Hey, Gabrielle, is people trying to tell me what to talk about on my own channel? Like, since when does everyone else get to talk about whatever the hell they want on their channels, but I have to like not talk about anything? Yeah, so what if it is Agathon? If I want to talk about it, so what? What's your point? I'm just gonna block you because you are just like, you're always negative and you contribute nothing. So see ya.
Oh, well, that last part was what she is really getting blocked for. Because you're always negative, and the last part is the part that matters because you contribute nothing. Translation, you don't give me money anyway, so see ya. You're not a big time tipper supporter, so I have no problem blocking you. That's what she really means to say.
Teardrop, look, I literally pinned it. Hey, tiny shamrocks.
Oh, here we go. Pipsqueak says, I don't understand why you are being rude to people asking about when you're leaving. You were the one that made it sound dire, and you didn't mind answering when you raised the thousands of dollars. Yep. You know why she's being rude, Pipsqueak? Because she got people's money. Didn't I say that was going to happen? That when she, is feeling things out and she's gotten all the money she can from people and there's not much more to give, that's when y'all would see over there the nasty side to Chantal. And you're seeing it. This was the side of herself that she was hiding. She'll be nice as pie to your face as long as she needs something. And if she's in the middle of a scam or a grift. But the moment the scam and the grift is over and she's got the money, she'll show her nasty face.
Yeah, no, seriously, like, if I wanted, it's just an opinion, like, everyone has one, everyone's entitled to one, I guess. No comment, just leave super chat. Thank you, tiny shamrocks, I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Predictive text is the worst. Kill channel, change your content. How am I changing my content, though? Am I changing my content? Hey, SB. At this point, I don't even care. I think I'll always have, like, a good handful of beezers. That's all I need. I'm getting a job anyways when I go back to Canada, so
Sure you are. Keep talking that mess. I'm getting a job when I go back to Canada. Doing what? Doing the Foodie content off YouTube? I believe it.
I don't money over things you don't like to do and to sell your soul and like sell out over stupid shit. Thanks, Teardrop. I don't think that people's a big blanket statement, chat BPD. There's a lot of people who don't want the best for me. And saying that everybody does.
You know what? You don't want the best for you, Chantal. I'm so sick of hearing you say that. Nobody wants the best for me. You're putting the failures of your life on the shoulders of other people and making it sound like it's everybody else's fault. Nobody wants the best for me. They all want the worst. You don't want the best for you. Because if you wanted the best for you, you would get your butt home and rent an extended stay without complaint and get your life together. You just do it. If you wanted the best for you, you would go back to Canada. And as soon as you got back to Canada, you would go straight to a doctor and get a full checkup. You would start being interested in your health. You would be interested in your mental health, in your emotional health. You would put yourself into therapy or seek out therapy online, whatever works for you. But you don't want the best for you. The only best that you're interested in is the best fast food, the best takeout. That's pretty much about it. But a lot of people try to help you, and you don't want to hear it. So you can just drop this everybody's out to get me attitude. It ain't working. You're out to get yourself. Like you're basically playing chicken with your own body. You're pushing it to the limit to see how far you can take it before it breaks all the way down.
This is being very naive. There might be some, yes, and I appreciate that, but not everybody wants that. Hey, Ageless Beauty. Good, good. So people are still doing the same crap. Haters are always going to hate no matter what you do. Yeah, I'm not even addressing haters. I was just talking about a topic about, yeah, I was just like, what the hell? How pathetic you have to be to assign yourself the authority to police other people's speech. Or assume anyone cares. Yeah, exactly, Tipsy. Hey, Breezef. They are Goblin Core. Yeah. A handful of supporters in your chat is way better than 1,000 haters in there. True, yeah.
That's another lie of Chantal's. She's like, I don't care if I have 8 beezers in my chat or 5 beezers in my chat, but it's going to take more than 5 to support her. I mean, because the people that are in her chat, you guys are supporting her entire life, and it takes more than 5 beezers to do that. No?
Thanks, strawberries. Thank you, Chakudi. Appreciate you. That's okay. Hey, Bear. Yeah, I know.
Oh, Matilda Wormwood says, if anything happens to me, it was them, not racist.
Is it too dark? What did you guys see? My fat face up close? Hey, Wanda. I just hate people who like bitch and moan like I can't have a voice, I can't say what I want. It's like clearly you're just a hater, so get out of here. Just be blocked. Hey, Nina. You don't even deserve to bees. Glimpse of floral? Uh-oh, I better be careful with my camera, I guess. What's up? It's my channel, right? Fresh Brewed Chaos, hello.
Yeah, it's Chantal's channel. If she wants to run it into the ground, we should all just let her. Because she's going to do it anyway. You know, Chantal, I'm wondering if the reason why you're in a crappy mood is because of the change of YouTube policy. That there's a new section that if people want to report you exploiting your eating issue, they can now report that issue. So you can't eat on camera anymore, and you can't smoke on camera. Another reason why you have the camera off. So when you get back to Canada, things are definitely going to be different. No getting on camera and doing edibles and eating for 3 or 4 hours straight. No smoking the roll-ups left and right. Nope, can't do that either. So what are you going to do if you can't get messed up on edibles and you can't eat? What are you going to do for the content arc in Canada whenever it really happens?
Hey, Scott. It's true, whatever. I know, I can't wait. I cannot wait. I need better internet. Like, it's insane. Stupid. Whatever. If I want to go live without buffering, I'll probably have to go live in the middle of the night. And I don't want to, Nobody is stupid like that here. Nobody comes up with dumb theories, talks about all this other picks apart someone's chat and all their members. Grow up. That's what I mean by maturity. Gore World needs to grow up.
Girlfriend, I'm 54 years old. I'm older than you. I don't have to grow up. I'm 54 and I feel and act 54. You're 41 and you act like you're 14. You need to grow up.
That's what I mean. Look at the stupid insults they do, picking on the same people every day. No life. Yeah, right, Scrape, yeah. They don't pay my bills, so kick rocks. Yeah, to be fair, Missy Med, you probably don't have that many people hating on you every day in real life. Normal people who are not online influencers, that you just deal with normal stuff, but still.
You know what? I don't like the way she just said that. You can't possibly understand. You don't have that many people hating on you. You don't know what it's like to be an influencer. It just sounds so condescending. You can't even relate to me. I am so above you. I'm an influencer. I'm surrounded by so many people and so many haters. You just can't even relate or understand my life. Girl, Chantal, get over yourself. Get over yourself. You are so full of self-importance. You are not the big deal that you think you are.
Oh, I see what you mean. I'm okay with Wanda the Wallet. Yeah, right? What a stupid thing. They micro-analyze every single friggin' donation I get. It's so dumb. So dumb.
Hey, Wanda, since I'm seeing you in the chat, I got a question for you. So you gave Chantal all kinds of money, and I've heard that Chantal was mean to you after you gave her all that money. Any comment on that? Any comment whatsoever? You gave Chantal all that money and she was just snotty to you? You're okay with that?
Yeah, you should, Wanda. You should. Lean into it. Your neighbor hates you? Hey, YouTube lover. May as well. May as well, you know? Hey, Tracy. They do, yeah. Right, Sneaker. Like, and people comparing what I said to Charlie Gold like 6 years ago. Her name is Gold, so coal rhymes with gold, and it's also an element. I didn't even think of her color. Comparing it to this white supremacist lover, the white supremacist said things like white is right, and worse things, said the N word with the hard R. You've never heard me say the N word, not once. Not once. So that's pretty sad that people even come in here and get on that bullshit. Get over it, whatever. It's not racist. I wasn't being, no, exactly. And even then, even so, just to like save face or whatever, if I offended her, I said sorry. But like, comparing it to what this person said is just so ignorant and stupid. It's a play on words. Cause she pretty much, that's like saying that's her value, not gold, you know? Cause she's a literal piece of crap, so.
Yeah, you apologized to Charlie and then you took it back.
Dorian or whatever your name is, why are you even bringing up my abuser in my chat?
Well, how many times over the last few days have you brought him up? How many times have you willingly brought up Natter, talk about, oh, he was so awful to me? Even if you're calling him the swordfish or whatever it is you want to refer to him as, why are you still bringing him up? He should not be a topic of conversation. You are allegedly with another man now, married, right? So Natter should not even be a memory in your mind at this point. And yet you still bring him up. You're bringing him up now. And if somebody in the chat brings it up, you know what you can do, Chantal? Just gloss over the comment, act like you didn't see it, and keep going. But obviously you want to talk about Natter.
Does it look like I've been in contact?
I bet you have. I bet you have. Because Chantal, you're a person of not many friends. You don't have many friends to talk to. And you get this nasty habit of holding on to people that you were once involved with. You don't let people go. So I bet dimes to donuts, you are in contact with Natter.
People are not happy unless they cause drama, I know. I'm just gonna start blocking people who also bring that loser up in my chat too.
But you bring Natter's name up for your chat. You bring him up.
Protect my peace, honestly, as you can tell. Hey, Nabigo, Bossman Jack, welcome to Very Important Future Recipes. Like, how do people find that acceptable? It's disgusting. Were you not there for the countless live streams?
Don't do it, Chantal. I'm feeling what you're about to do. Don't do it. I will curse you out. Spicy Rose will come out in a hurry. Girl, you better back away now.
Like... No, I'll be blocking it. Chat BP, whatever your name is. Thank you. Hey, Michaela. Hey, Tina. Block part. Honestly, I'm doing it like you have to protect your peace. I'm telling you. Aurora. Ugh. Through my whole like YouTube like career, I know, Cornish. And I want to get rid of those people. Like the minute they start trying to start drama, just bye.
And yet, Chantal, you're trying to start some drama right here, right now. I mean, you could have watched whatever was going on with Locale Live and kept it to yourself. There's no reason to talk about what's going on over there, over here. But I just keep getting the vibe that you're trying to pick a fight. You're trying to get something started between yourself and Locale Live. Maybe a back and forth of sorts to start up some internet drama so she can make him some extra coin. I'm kind of feeling like that. Like you've got nothing going on in Syria. You don't know what to do. So you're basically walking up to somebody and kicking dust on their shoes, hoping that they will get offended enough that they will respond to you. And maybe for a little while, there's some kind of back and forth and extra attention and extra money. That's the feeling I'm getting.
No, I'm okay. Cole was clever use of the name? Yes. I mean, I didn't think of that at all in a racial way at all. Like for like 100% swear on anything, swear on God. Yeah, Doreen, no, I'll be fine. I just don't like people bringing him up. I apologize, coming off rude, but I hate people bringing him up in my chat.
But you bring him up.
Bringing it up, I really do. You know?
And you know what? If he had been even half of what you claim, you wouldn't be bringing him up at all. Because bringing up, even just saying his name would trigger you. If he even did half of the things that you say that he did, just thinking about him and the things that happened would trigger you so bad that you're like, nope, I'm not thinking about it. Nope, no, I'm not doing it. Let's move on. But you willingly talk about him. That's how I know you're a fake. You're a fake, phony DV victim. You're not the real deal. You are a fraud. You're counterfeit. You're a counterfeit victim.
Hey, Candy Kai. So, that's okay. Members only chats. Yeah, I'll probably do more of those eventually. Just like have like a real bunch of beezers. Plus, it helps my channel out too. You know, I used to do only members chats. Like I never had open chats.
She ain't lying. That is the truth. Back in Cracked Olympics, she was making so much money that she didn't have open swim chats. It was all VIB only chats. And that was Chantal's little sneaky, shisty way of trying to force people to buy memberships. The feeling was being a subscriber to her channel, that wasn't good enough for her. She put her conversation behind a paywall. You want the chance of talking to Chantal, you had to buy a membership. And the turnover on her channel was incredible. It was seriously incredible. She would go on blocking sprees and block 50, 60 people at a time. And her literal attitude was, I don't care if I block people because there'll be more people coming in to replace them. And she wasn't wrong. She blocked 50 or 60 people. Here come 50, 60 more members. That's why her turnover rate was so great. But because of the kind of content that she was doing, that's why she never reached 100K, because she ticked too many people off and she was constantly blocking people. And that is why she had to ultimately to push herself over the 100K limit to even get eligible for a plaque. She had to buy herself the rest of the way there. I mean, that was something she wanted to accomplish, was getting the plaque. So she couldn't do it the organic way. She had to do it by cheating. But yeah, she had VIB only chats for a long time.
When I was like having like a lot of people watching, I had a lot of members. Hey, Links.
Yep.
I still have a good amount now. Right, counterfeit. Like, I
Not as many as you used to have, though.
don't want to even hear that. Like, we are all Chantal. Thank you, Candy K. Yeah. What? Oh, is the chat open for us? Just members, but you know. I'm not going to say what day I fly, obviously, but end of October.
I have a feeling she's going to leave sooner than that. She may say the end of October, but Chantal likes to lie about the dates. It could be a week before. And she's just, leading everybody on a wild scavenger hunt, thinking, oh, yeah, she'll be home at the end of October. When it could be the moment she gets her YouTube paycheck.
Never okay to bring up past abuser. This that is done to her is humane and disgusting. Yeah. Too poor for membership. So, I mean, yeah. That's why you joined, Gabrielle. VIBs are postcard club incoming. No, I'm just joking. $2.99 is not bad. Yeah. I'm just like tired of. I just want like a peaceful existence. Like peaceful.
Like I'm so confused about that. I'm literally scratching my head. I just want a peaceful existence. She's in a house, nobody bothers her. She doesn't have to leave the house to go and do a regular, say, day job. Who bothers Chantal? She spends most of her time alone. How is her life not peaceful already?
You know. Aw, you like me? You really, really like me?
You know what I can't wait for? I'm a patient woman. I'm playing the long game here. I'm very, very patient. I have learned over time that when it comes to Chantal, you've got to be patient. You can't be impatient. Just be patient. Things are going to play out the way that they will. But I am patient. And I know that this may be the stagnant period where she's still in Syria and there's not much going on. And yeah, it's going to be boring for a few more weeks. But I got a feeling things are going to kick off once she gets back to Canada. We just got to be patient, girl world. Just hang in there. While she's being boring, my advice to everybody, while you've got time, before things kick off, enjoy your moments alone. Enjoy your moments outside. Enjoy the beautiful fall weather. Take a walk outside and see the fall leaves on the tree and smell the autumn in the air. Stock up on your snacks, your tea, your coffee. whatever it is you need to munch on. Get yourself set up to stay inside for a while, because when things kick off, they're going to kick off hard. And then you'll be ready. That's my advice. I mean, do what you want to do, but like just this is the calm before the storm. So enjoy the calm while you can. It's going to get crazy.
And I don't feel like gaining weight. I watch Gore World. You fit right into Gore World. Fat phobic, judgmental people. Yeah.
Foodie, them making that comment, it's not necessarily about fat phobia or fat shaming. You, ma'am, are a walking cautionary tale of what happens when you live a life without rules, without morals, without values, without boundaries. You are a walking cautionary tale of this is what happens when you don't restrict yourself, when things are out of balance, when you allow yourself to be out of balance, when you allow addictions to get complete control of you, and you don't take the control back in time. It's not just about weight or size of your body. It's just your life is chaos all over the place. You're a walking cautionary tale for everybody else. To be careful, live life in balance, live a good life, don't hurt anybody. Take care of your body because you only got one. Take care of your life because you only have one. Just take care in general. Maybe that's your purpose, to be a walking cautionary tale of if you lose control and you stay out of control, this could happen to you.
So you basically just admitted to watching others to feel good about yourself, but that makes you not a good person. So, do you still have to go to the doctor? I should before I fly, yeah. I'm not mad at you, Glitter Sparkle. Are you the one causing drama? I'm not allowed to be mad at people trying to ruin my peace and internet bullies and people who are just nasty online. Like, this has nothing to do with Salah either. Thank you, Sneakerhead. No way, Teardrop. That sounds so cool. Yeah, YouTube lover. Everyone is toxic. That was such a stupid comment. I know. It's true. That was stupid. Like, believe me, there's worse things than being fat, okay? Like, just saying. Thank you, Velma. No, I'm not actively trying to lose weight, actually, right now.
See, Nubby Goat didn't make a nasty comment. Nubby Goat says, are you still trying to lose weight, though, right? I've been trying to lose weight with you, and that's why I started watching. Well, that was a mistake. She's not a weight loss channel, nor has she ever been a weight loss channel, Nubby Goat. I don't know where you got that impression, but she's not trying to lose weight. So if you're looking for a motivational channel to help you lose weight, Chantal definitely ain't it. But of course, Chantal's going to go in on you. She's going to take your comment as an attack. When I'm reading it, I don't see how you're attacking her.
I'm not trying to gain weight, but I just haven't really been paying. Like, I have just been, like, I guess just trying to not overdo it with, like, eating junk, but I want to see her hottest haters Girl World has to offer.
Well, there's some very attractive people in Girl World.
Hey, Saints number one. Hey, Monica.
I mean, I know I'm looking pretty laid back right now. I know that. I'm just sitting here. Look, it's almost 10 o'clock in the evening. I'm just being me right now. And this is like around the house realness. You hear me? This is around the house realness. T-shirt, leggings, no makeup on, just hanging out with Booger. Around the house realness. Don't give a doggone. I don't have to be hot for nobody. I can just sit here and do my reactions. I don't give a doggone. Don't care. I'm too old to care. Ain't that something? That's the beautiful gift when you get so old that you're like, I just don't care what people think.
Not is conditional, but there's nothing I can do about that. You know, I'm not going to live my life a certain way just to make people happy. I got to be true to myself and my journey. And hey, Casey.
Girl, you haven't been true to yourself in years. You're always switching yourself to fit whatever man you are around. You adapt their personality, their mannerisms, their words. When is the last time you actually were yourself? I ask you.
No one should comment on other people's. Yeah. Hey, Kamar. I mean, I have done like weight loss journeys and stuff, and I don't know, but
those were a joke. Your weight loss journey would basically last all of like 48 hours and then it's over.
I don't know. I'm kind of lost right now. So it is what it is, I guess. I just feel blase. Hey, Awakened Ones. FBI involved, and they went to his house and stuff. Yep. They thought it was exciting. Fat cows. They are disgusting, disgusting people. They tried to, but they didn't actually do it, yeah. Just because you have an opinion online, they justify it with all kinds of harassment.
Is she talking about Music Biz Marty, who's no longer here? You know, maybe my memory's a little fuzzy, but as I remember it, what started off everything between Music Biz Marty and Chantal, I think she poked at him first. Like she came for Marty first. She was running off at the mouth about Marty. And then Marty simply responded. But I do believe it was Chantal who got the ball rolling with all of that.
So yeah, they are crazy. And that's why I just want to, like, honestly, when I go back to Canada, like, I just want my peace and I just want, like, peaceful bees in. Hey, Mike, I just want, like, you know, I know they should, Teardrop, they should visit her, but maybe someday they will.
This is stupid. Teardrop says FBI should visit FFG, LOL, cat stealer and a stalker and a bully. What? You're stupid, Teardrop. There's no reason for the FBI to visit FFG. And she didn't steal Chantal's cat. I guess you got some catching up to do as far as your Foodie lore and info. Foodie gave up her cat. It wasn't like FFG walked into her house and took BBJ without permission. Chantal willingly gave up BBJ and Sam. As a matter of fact, Chantal did an entire goodbye video showing Pete handing off BBJ to a person that we now know was FFG's brother. So the cat was willingly surrendered and given away to someone. But it was never stolen. See, Chantal likes to use that inflammatory language to insinuate something that never really happened. Just not a cat stealer.
Never. I would never reach out to them, Mark. No. Going in real life is unhinged, yeah. Say what you want about me all day, every day. I don't care. Karma will get her.
Oh, thanks for the permission. Say whatever you want about me. I don't care. Okay, noted.
Yep. Yep. I think so. I don't have Cash App, just PayPal. Thanks, landlord. Hey, landlord, you got any apartments?
And no, Chantal can't have Cash App because she's in Canada. I don't think Cash App is available for those who live in Canada. I think that's a United States only type of thing.
Yeah. So it's my fault that people harass my family, chat BPD. So they're allowed to bully me and harass me every day. And when I've had enough, I'm not allowed to speak my mind back. And that warrants my family being harassed. So that's my fault.
You know what? I'm just going to point something out. You're accusing the reaction channels of bullying you. But whenever I do the reactions to you, Chantal, whenever possible, I show the chat every time I do the reaction. And there's a reason for that. A, because I like responding to some of the comments that people make. 2, just to show everyone that despite your claims of reaction channels being bullies, y'all can see the chat. Do you see any reaction channels in her chat? Anyone? No, there's nobody in there picking on Chantal or bullying Chantal that's a reactor. You want to know why? We are very content to let her do her thing on her channel while we're on our channels, either doing a live or reacting in a recording like I'm doing right now. But we don't go into her comment section and we don't go into her live chats and bug her. So if we don't go onto her playground and get in her face, how can we possibly be bullying her? No way.
Fault. Okay, sure. Right. See you later, chat. Goodbye. I'm siding with people like who literally are disgusting. Yeah. Anyway, they'll just end up getting in legal trouble eventually, like him, so. Yep. Go lecture. Yeah, I'm not interested in any of your self-righteous lectures, by the way. Like those two blocked. I'm just annoyed. It's so annoying. If it's not fun beezing, fun trolling, I don't want it. You know? Yeah. Anyways. We've been watching season 3 of Squid Games. You gotta keep... I hate that scapegoat. There are some down moments, for sure, but... Oh, season 2. Yeah, we just finished season 2. Hear what I said? They're wary until you're in the country. That's true too, Zach. You know, like, it does make them a bit, like, weirded out. Like, a lot of them are like, no, we want to see you in person. And I'm like, well, we can video chat. Like, what's the big deal? Like, there's people who live in other countries or other cities. Like, let's say you want to relocate from like Cornwall to London, Ontario. That's like a good 7, 8 hour drive. You're not going to go see the apartments in person. You know, there's usually a virtual option for a reason. But whenever I say, yeah, I'm traveling abroad, like a lot of people are really wary about that. And especially like having a weird job that nobody really understands, you know. Anyway, but yeah, I want to do like just like fun, you know. They're worried you'll sublet. No, no, I would not. I know they probably get people who do that, especially with the crisis nowadays. I just want to do fun content. Like, I don't know. I'm not planning on self-destructing, especially for people's entertainment, so I hope people don't expect that. I feel like people actually do expect some kind of level of self-destruction that, you know, they find entertaining, and I'm not just not that's not going to be it.
Yeah, we'll see about that. And I'm not being mean saying that, Chantal. It's not like I'm hoping that you break all the way down and you're back on the party favors and running to the outhouse like every time you turn around. It's not that. It's just, I'm sorry. I've been watching you for so long and I know your patterns backwards and forwards. And you are an active, raging addict with many different addictions, none of which you are in recovery for. You've had no therapy, you've had no inpatient. You've been in Syria for a while, away from some of your vices. And if you're someone and you have vices and you are dry from your addictions, but not in recovery, the moment that you happen to wander into an oasis of sorts for your vices, for your addictions, you're going to go wild. You are going to indulge. You are going to go to excess. You're going to make yourself sick. You don't know how to say no to temptation. You have no self-control. You're very impulsive. That addiction voice in your mind is going to be screaming in your ear, saying it's party time. We are back in Canada. Let's go to Starbucks. Let's go to Burger King. Let's get those Nashies. Let's get those Starbucks drinks. Let's go to the dollar store and get that junk food. Let's get all the junk food, all the candy bars that we used to eat that we haven't eaten in a while. You are going to go wild. Absolutely bananas wild. You won't be able to stop yourself. You're going to justify every single second saying, I deserve this. I've been away for too long. I deprived myself and I've got some making up to do. And you know I'm right. You know I'm not wrong, Chantal. Because like I said, it takes one to know one. I was a food addict. I know all about those triggers, man. I know all about issues with food. I was never at the level that you are at right now, but still I got the gist. I got the understanding. And I've been watching you too long. And whenever you are dry for a while and then you are not dry, the moment that you're not dry, you go insane. You go off the deep end. You don't even start at the shallow end first. You go straight to the diving board and you jump right in. You go nuts.
Plan on continuing to evolve, even if I don't, like, you know, somehow getting the medical care I need.
You're not going to do that. You're not going to get the medical care you need. You've been needing medical care for a long time. But instead of getting medical care, you're all about, let me get fast food. Let me get fast food. Let me get fast food.
Yeah, kind of Anna. Very amicable, loving still, yeah. It's hard to just turn that off when you're still living together.
You said that you and Salah were chill, you were cool. So what exactly happened when he was going to go off with his family? That didn't sound very amicable to me.
You know, I'm looking all over.
No, you're not.
I can't.
No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. Hi, zombie vulture over here, Chantal. I sat there and did a search for like 2 minutes during a react. Found you a place and showed it in my react. Showed you an extended stay. There were a few choices. $2,000 for the whole month. Some of those extended stays had Wi-Fi. Some of them had a free breakfast. What more do you need? Fully furnished. But no, you don't want that. You want the villa back, but you're not going to get it back. Get over it.
Access Kijiji from here. There's a lot of apps I can't access. Marketplace. I don't know why. Even with
Mike Misguided says, why not just stop saying you're traveling, but say you will be moving back to Cornwall on 10/27/25 or whatever day? Good question.
the VPN or whatever. Sorry, I'm crying because it's buffering. That's exactly right. Wanda, that's what they want. But yeah, like,
Oh, Lord. Bossman Jack says, I think people underestimate that Foodie is smarter than they think. If she were so doggone smart, how is it that she has a 100K channel and she's making money on YouTube and she's still broke as a joke? Apparently, she's not that smart. She's been on YouTube for over 10 years. Girlfriend should have a house fully paid for, a car fully paid for, money in the bank, savings, health all the way together. She should be at that level by now. She's not.
to answer Mike's question, like, why should I stop saying that I'm traveling? That's literally what I'm doing. Like, people are reading way too much into it. So I should just, like, I'm literally traveling. Like, if you're going on an airplane to another country, you're traveling. Yeah, right. Wanda, like, I don't get it. Like, what's the deal with me saying traveling? They want to see a downfall, yeah. A lot of beezers just want to have fun. I understand that. Beezers, they want to have fun. Lily, you can, what kind of help are you talking about? If it's
Teardrop says that's why they're all waiting for her to get to Canada. They want to see a downfall of Chantal, which won't happen. Well, Teardrop, you may feel that way, but apparently Chantal doesn't feel that way. Because if there was nothing to fear, she would go back home. Right? Right. If there was nothing to fear, then Chantal would be the girl boss that she is and say, screw it, I'm going home. But I think she's avoiding Canada for a reason. She's afraid to go back home. She's scared out of her mind. She knows about the mess that she left behind with the bankruptcy trustee, and maybe not making payments on time. And that is why she does not want her name on anything. She doesn't want her name on a lease for a home or an apartment. She doesn't want her name on a lease for a car. She doesn't want to leave a paper trail so that somebody can find her. That's why she is so incredibly hardcore about, I need to find someone who can be my co-signer to give her another level of being able to hide in plain sight. But there is no one that can offer her shelter. Mom is saying, I'm sorry, you can't move in with us, and I'm not going to co-sign on another apartment for you. And Pete just started a job, but I don't think he wants to move into a place with Chantal and have his name on the lease again, because the last time that happened, it turned out disastrous for him. She left him with $5,000 in damages, and I don't know if he's ever dealt with that all the way, but that was his experience living with Chantal. So she wants people to give her money, but also co-sign on this and co-sign on that, and her name is on nothing, and no one is giving her a corner to hide in.
To get a place, honestly, I appreciate the offer, but I don't want anyone from the internet knowing where I'm going to be living. If it's to help, like, financially, I have a PayPal.
Yeah, like, so in the earlier part of the stream, Chantal said, I'll just be homeless. Although there are beezers saying, you don't have to be homeless. You could just come live with me. Now, if anybody out there, if you are ever, God forbid, if you are ever in the position where you are about to be homeless and you got to find a place to live fast, and there was someone or maybe a group of people offering up their home, wouldn't you consider that option? Or would you turn it down? Anybody out there who's considering homelessness, that they're like, hey, I'm about to be homeless, you're going to consider any option that's on the table. But Chantal won't. So she's like, give me your money. Give it all here. But I'm rejecting every offer that you're giving me about maybe having a home. So she just wants the money. You know what that tells me? That means she's got enough money in pocket to get a place. That's the part that you guys are missing over there. She's got enough money to get a place. She just doesn't want to spend it. She wants to sit and squat in Syria and collect money from all of you.
Okay, Pipsqueak, why am I going to tell my viewers that I'm just going to visit Canada when that's not what's happening? Like, you're just inventing crap for drama again. Like, I hate these kind of people in my chat, period. Really? I think the Nashi will be there. I have faith. I feel like they're like, I think they get it. They know I'm coming. You know?
Girl is over here talking about, I might be homeless. I might be out on the street. And in the same stream, she's talking about, like, I'm looking forward to Nashi's being there. And I have faith that when I get there, they're going to be there. Her number one priority should be to get a place to live, even for a short while. That's all she should be thinking about. Screw the Nashies. Get a place to live. But no, she's still thinking about freaking food.
True, SB, yeah. Saying someone doesn't deserve medical care is pro-Nazi. That's so stupid. Doesn't deserve medical care, why? Like, who are you to judge that exactly? Let me guess. Every single reaction channel who makes that claim that I don't have a right to healthcare, probably because I'm overweight, is a heavy smoker. So
And you're not? You're not a heavy smoker. You sit there and you smoke that shisha, and one shisha session is equal to 90 cigarettes. And there was that one day you smoked 3 in a row, girl. So that would be 270 cigarettes all at once. I could never. That would make me want to throw up. All that nicotine, girl, But you sit there and you smoke on that shisha pipe. You won't let it out of your hand, blowing bubbles, as you call it. Doing the shisha, you smoke more than anybody in girl world. Yeah, you're going to criticize people who smoke? You sure you want to do that? Come on now. Chantal, it doesn't matter if you're smoking cigarettes or a shisha, you're still smoking.
So if you get lung cancer, you're not going to go to the hospital and get help? Are you going to deserve it? Just saying. Like, look at the mirror.
You know, this is the part that you're not telling your beezers, Chantal, the ones that are new. You're not telling them about how you abused the healthcare system in Canada during Crackhead Olympics. You severely abused it. That you would use the ER as a point of deflection whenever you get yourself in trouble. Or whenever you had a B moment. You would have B moments. Perhaps even on purpose, raise up your blood pressure, raise up your blood sugar. Maybe on purpose, so that you can go to the front of the line when you are at a hospital and not have to sit in the waiting room, and they give you some fluids and all that stuff, and then send you on your way. But you abuse the medical care system badly.
I told my partner, you definitely changed. I didn't stick it to anybody. I'm just excited about Canada era and like getting cute clothes, that are still modest, but cute. Hey, Hidden Sapphire.
Yeah, that's another thing for anybody who is in the audience or a reactor. I feel that when Chantal comes back to Canada, she is going to still be Miriam for a while. She's not going to start her first live stream with the abaya off, with the hijab off, showing her rocking the bald head. She's going to still be pretending to be someone she's not. And it's only when she gets mad at Salah for some reason that the real Chantal is going to come out.
The Nashi will pass Foodie's lips. Yeah, like who even says those? That's what I'm saying. These people are messed in the head. You don't have a right to health care. Like the way they look, they're gross. I don't even want to talk about them. They're just gross. Right. Because I'm sure a lot of people, you're telling me that the only people that have a right to healthcare are people who eat greens every day and go for a 5K jog every morning and don't have any bad habits? That's pretty much what you're saying. Hey, gains and losses. Yeah, SB, I did. I agree with you about that. Chef Boyardee. I don't know. My internet's really crap tonight, guys. Have chronic illness. You should not be allowed healthcare unless you're up to date on your taxes. Like you're placing your whole value as a person on money. Like, I don't know. Most countries have. Yeah. Hey, Pajami. Yeah, SB. I've been applying like different cities. I'm just applying to different cities and just wherever I get accepted is where I'm meant to go. Government.
And again, I have my doubts that she's been putting in the work for looking for an apartment. I think she's looking for one specific area. She's looking in Montreal. She's looking for a place near Natter so that she's close by. And Montreal's not a cheap place to live, hence part of the problem. She doesn't want to be in Ottawa. She doesn't want to be in Cornwall or any other area that may be more reasonable. She wants to be near him. But it's too expensive there. I mean, she could find a place in Ottawa or Cornwall, I'm sure. But then she'd have to worry about renting a car and, like then having to explain to the Beezers why she's disappearing so much. If she's in Ottawa or Cornwall, it's going to take her 2 hours plus to get to Natter and then 2 hours back. And it's going to be noticed. So she's trying to find a place near Natter. And she's not finding one.
Government assistance? No, I wouldn't qualify.
No, she makes too much money.
Yeah. The thing is, Nina, like you need to be, they take emergencies first, and otherwise the wait list is like 10 years for housing.
Yep. I'm sure, though, that if you could get into government assistance and emergency housing, you'd do it. But you're locked out. You don't need it anyway. You make too much money.
Which is really a long time, eh? Less than 3 weeks. Inshallah, you'll find a place. Inshallah. Thank you. I'm nervous. I'm nervous because like I don't know who I'm gonna be. I know that sounds weird, but like I don't know, like when you're put in an environment when you've been in one for so long, like
that's really odd that she says that. I don't know who I'm gonna be, rather than I don't know what I'm gonna do. Wouldn't that what normal people say? I don't know what I'm going to do. But what did she say? I don't know who I'm going to be. So you're still thinking in terms of YouTube characters, aren't you, Foodie? Who you're going to be. When all you got to do is just be yourself. That's all that people want. They just want the real you. But you're still planning on playing a character.
A lot of my like beliefs have changed in life. Thanks, Hidden Sapphire. And I don't know. Thanks, October Rose. I don't think so, KK. Not just.
Oh, her internet.
Yes, great, true. What's your favorite Madonna song? Mine, I think.
Oh, God, shut up.
Can't Stop Aging. Like that guy who says he's gonna live forever. No, you're not. Do you not even feel like it's like totally haram? Like to even try and like defy mortality? Like we're not supposed to. Oh yeah, revenge body era? Oh, it's now illegal, blue lace? They're gonna lose a ton of money. Wow. So yeah, there's literally no reason to go. No, I'm just joking. Hey, Angelfly. Defying mortality. Defying. Have like the worst loose skin ever. It's from winter in Canada, yes. Before I was hijabi. I had no hair, so I would wear turbans. Chicken breast?
Oh, the one with the eyes, okay.
No.
Oh God, he's here.
No?
Oh, thank you. No, sorry. No, no. Really,
said
YouTube
no.
lover? No. I know I said no at the wrong time. Are you excited for season 3 of Squid Games? But yeah, the guy who doesn't want to die and says he is the most youthful person, he looks old as hell. No offense, but I don't know. Hey there, also. I have to hear you getting along. Yeah, of course. Of course. I know, it's weird to me, like... Scapegoat portrait merch?
I'm looking to see if there's anything interesting here or just to cut it off now.
I could go for a Nashi right now.
Yep, Pipsqueak, you're talking too much sense to Chantal. We can't have that around here. You're thinking logically. She's not a logical thinker. Pipsqueak says, I heard you say you may have to postpone if you can't find a Villa 2.0 by the end of the month. Do you think you could just rent one of the crappy rooms that you don't like just until you find better? The thing is, Pipsqueak, for Chantal to do what she needs to do, a room would not work because she needs total privacy. She does her YouTube stuff, true, but she also does her adult fun time Foodie content. So unless other people in the house that she's renting the room from know about her adult fun time Foodie content, that would not fly. They would have questions. Because, you live in a house with other people, they're going to hear things through the walls and eyebrows are going to get raised. For her to do what she needs to do, she needs a completely private space or living with somebody that they know the deal going on and they're not going to get weirded out. She also keeps weird hours. She's up till 2 or 3 in the morning, lights turned on, banging the pots and pans, giggling. So anybody in the house that might have a regular job, they're not going to like that. They're going to be up all night when they're trying to sleep. So she just can't rent a room for so many reasons.
YouTube over. Hey, B. Thank you. Are you going to use the Scooty like your car? Yes. Yeah, Luke. Oh my god, with the Nashies. Do you think you would try a Nashi?
No.
You would too. The raviolis. And Teardrop, whenever I get to Canada, and if I make more money, I will definitely buy you something from your wish list.
Don't count on it. I mean, she was supposed to send, what's her name? Ashley Lamborghini, just some Cuban coffee. That never happened. So don't count on it, Teardrop.
Excuse me. I can't wait. I'm going to have a Nashi every day.
Oh boy. That's if you get home in time. Wouldn't it be something if she got back to Canada and they're like, no more Nashies? The season's over. Wah, wah.
I hope I get a coupon. Nashi bees. Instead of coffee bees, it will be Nashi bees. Going through the drive-thru on a scooter. But then I'm vulnerable. Better for your health? What? No Nashies? They're so good. I had one the other day. Sea links? They are good, aren't they? The tangy pickles? Ugh. I'm imagining.
You know what? I've never had a nashi, but it doesn't sound like a complicated thing. I'm sure that Chantal could make a homemade nashi at home because it sounds pretty simple. You get the hamburger bun things, and then you've got the like a chicken patty breaded with some sauce and some pickles. It doesn't sound complicated. You can just make them at home.
You driving down the sidewalk in a snowstorm to get Nashies. Oh my gosh. Yeah. No, the McCrispy. I had a hard thing twice in a McCrispy. It can't be trusted.
You know what? She's talking about food. I don't care. We're done. I know where this is going. She's talking about food near the end of her live stream, which means she's thinking about food, which means when the camera's turned off, she's going to be going to Salah and saying, I'm hungry. Get me some food. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. So we're done here. I'm not here for her triggering food talk. All right, I'm out, y'all. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.